Hey guys, this is going to be my review of the Power Rangers No, wait. That's not the Megazord. As I was saying, this is going to be my review of the high-grade Gundam Tryon 3. And this was actually painted up and given to me by my good buddy Dennis, the Krowsama, as part of a Gunpla exchange between myself, our buddy Arthur, and him. He bought himself the old high-grade 1/100 Shenlong Gundam. Gave it to me to build and paint for him. Did that, gave that to him a few months ago, and so I was like, okay, well, you made that kind of a challenge for me, I'm gonna give you something that's a challenge. So I thought of this, the Tryon 3, and I gave it to him and he got all excited. He's like, oh, I got a pretty cool idea in mind for this. And then I waited, and waited, and waited. I gave this kit to him in November, I believe, and I did not get it until the day before he left, near the end of February. Yeah. And he kept wanting to say, oh, the weather was bad. But no, he was just lazy. And he even fully admits it, he was just lazy. He's even told me he built basically half the kit and painted it up in just a few hours the night before. So that's probably why the paint doesn't look as good as it could be, because I know he can do, you know, some pretty good work with his paint. But in any case, here it is, the high-grade Gundam Tryon 3 Megazord edition. When he showed it to me, I was pretty impressed. I was like, oh, that looks really cool. And my initial thought was, oh, it's like a Voltron theme. And he's like, no, it's Power Rangers. Oh, okay, yeah, I can see that now. Because I guess on Voltron, the bottom two legs, the colors are swapped. So I don't know. Plus the lion on the front, I was like, oh, cool, Voltron. You know, lions. Yeah, damn big ass sword in the way. Anyway, so I think he did a pretty decent job, you know, because, you know, according to him, he still needed, you know, if he had more time, he could have done it better. Because apparently 4 months is not enough time to do this kit. But with that being the case, I do think it came out pretty well. You know, I love his selection of colors, you know, and I love that he made it flat instead of gloss. You know, I'm more of a gloss type guy. You know, I like making my kits, for the most part, look like they just came off the, you know, the factory line. But, you know, I like this. You know, it's his style, it's his take on it, and I appreciate it. You know, the guy's over in Japan now. This was the last kit he gave me before, last kit that he made before he left the States, and it's mine now. So, I'm happy with it. All I'm waiting on now is mine from Arthur. God knows whenever I'll get that. Looking at the head here, it is very well detailed in, you know, in terms of the paint and everything that he used. You know, up here you got the nice light shade of red that he, you know, went over with the Tamiya weathering kit. I'm guessing he did that to kind of hide the fact that, and you'll see this throughout the rest of this kit, he did this kind of weathering effect. I could be wrong, but I'm guessing he did that to hide the fact of the spray paint kind of running down and not sticking too well. So he just went over that with the weathering, and, you know, it actually came out really well. So I'm impressed by that. So he's got the red up here, the yellow up here for this big beam cannon, panel lined, and got a little bit of silver right in the center. I like that touch. And of course, on his face here, he never uses the sticker, so he always paints the eyes. And you know, that's something that I can't do yet, because I don't have, you know, the steadiest hand or the smallest paintbrushes. But he did that. You know, got a little bit of red, and then the black and green up around the eyes. His faceplate and little chin piece here, I think he's used two different grays. He's got more of a chrome up here on the plate, and on the chin piece it's more of a darker gray. And up on the side vents, He detailed that in with a little bit of chrome marker, so, you know, good job there. Alright, so moving on to the arms. Up here on the shoulders, he's got it painted up in this nice flat black with a little bit of what looks like some silver Tamiya weathering along the sides of it. That's pretty cool. To give it some added detail, he painted in some gold on all of these markings, as well as some dark red and a little bit of these vent areas all over. Up here on his arms here, some nice silver. He's got the silver all throughout it, as well as yellow up here, and you know, the rest black. Now, he is supposed to have two, you know, shields on the back of his arms, like the double Zeta is supposed to have. But when he gave it to me, he didn't have that, and I didn't think about it until I got home, looked in the box, and sure enough, there were his two shields that he had painted up. But I guess when he went to hook it on, one of the connectors broke. So instead of just having one on there and one broken, he decided to leave it off. And you know, I'm not that upset with it. So I think it looks pretty cool without it. Now onto the chest here. To me, this was the second selling point for this kit. Just his big chest here with the whole lion head and everything. It looks really cool. I love how he accented it with the, you know, the little bit of black here on the nose, the yellow for its whiskers, as well as some silver here for the eyes and for the teeth. And he went around it with the, you know, the weathering to, you know, kind of shade it in a little bit. So that looks cool. And the other thing I really like is the fact that its mouth can close and open back up. Oh, there we go. Isn't that cool? That seems cool to me. And moving on down to the waist area. You know, again, you get the nice silver with a little bit of black down in there. And front skirts, you've got it separated, you know, the red, the black, and the yellow. And what I'm seeing here on the yellow, it looks like he did a little bit of paint in there and then just let it dry and never went back in to do the second coat, because you can kind of see the you know, the black underneath that, but you know, it is what it is. And the other thing I noticed, normally he usually on his high grades, he cuts the centerpiece here so that you can make two individually moving front skirts, but he didn't on this one, so I don't know. And on the side skirts, you know, he left them silver with a little bit of black there, so that's interesting. And moving on down to his legs, of course, silver all throughout it. Up on the sides, you can see up here, he painted in just on the edges here. Let's see if I can zoom in with this. Come on. Oh, it's not one to focus. There we go. There's a little bit. Anyways, see right up here along the edge, he's got the silver, but right along the edge of it, he painted it in with a little bit of gold. So that's pretty cool. Rest of his legs, he's got, you know, the yellow, the blues, some accent colors here and there, a little bit of black, silver, you know, on his feet, a little bit of, no, that's not black, that's looks like some gunmetal for the vents, as well as a little bit of red up on the sides here. So good job there. And of course, you know, he used the weathering all over it. And right here is definitely where I can tell where he used the spray cans, where it didn't stick too well because it's kind of spotty. So, but you know, that's what happens, Dennis, when you want to procrastinate and be lazy. I'm not too worried about it, man. I still love it. And moving on to its backpack. It's just really three colors here. You know, he's got the silver for the sides and for his beam cannons, and red, and a little bit of black right here for the main part of his backpack. And also right here, he even told me this because this is where it sticks out the most. The spray can for the silver apparently sucked that day. There's a lot of spotty here to where you can see the base blue color. So, but it happens. And also, I don't know if that's because I was touching it or it just came like that from him, but you can definitely see the yellow up here where it had rubbed off. So it is what it is. And what I like about this is I can still put his guns up like that. You can't beat that. And last thing is his giant sword. Now, instead of just having it with just the regular beam effects and, you know, just painting, you know, the handle and hilt and everything, he decided to paint all of it. And I like how it, you know, how it turned out. The concept that he was going for looks really cool. You know, he actually painted it to look like an actual blade. He's got the nice chrome here, and the beam effects on the sides for the flames. Painted those gold, and the beak a nice gold too. The only thing I guess I would have done is at least try to go in with some panel lining or something to just highlight these edges, to just bring out that detail a little bit more, and maybe have gone in and painted a little bit of red or something on his eyes. But it is what it is. Now, and these two, I don't know if they were beam sabers or if they were part of a cannon. I'm not entirely sure, I don't remember. But I like how he painted those silver. And if you have this kit, you should know this damn sword is so effing heavy that for him, he ended up having to glue the holding hand onto it because there is no way it was going to hold it up. So, yeah. I mean, just look how big this is. Like, honestly. What were they thinking? Alright, so my final thoughts on this. I love it, man. I mean, I'm so happy that you gave this to me. It's a great looking kit. I love what you did with it. And even though I can't, you know, take it apart and transform it into its different modes for fear of scratching the paint, I'm pretty much just gonna keep it in this pose. I might change it to where he's actually holding the sword up, but, you know, I like how it is. And yeah, how he's holding the sword right now, that's pretty much how it's gonna be held, because the ball joint for the hand is so damn weak, it just instantly drops. So, can't really do that much about it unless you want to just glue it into a certain position. So, I don't know. But in any case, sorry it took so long to get this review out. You know, I know it's been, what, almost 2 months since I shared the pictures for this, but as you know, I moved and I was sick and, you know, I just started working and blah blah blah, excuses. I'm sorry, but here it is now. So, alright guys, that about does it for this review. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Even though I'm not in Mississippi anymore, as always, there's going to be a link in the description to the Facebook group Mississippi Gundam and Gunpla, as well as my Facebook page, The New Type Builder. Make sure to go check those out. Alright, see you next time.